I regret buying this camera, and here is why. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is hyped as the perfect creator tool, tiny, stabilized, and versatile. But I returned mine. Not because it was bad, it was actually really good. I returned mine because it didn't fit my life of someone balancing a 9 to 5 in tech and content creation on the side. And the surprising part is that almost everything I wanted from it, I already had. So in this video, let's break it down. Why I bought it, why I thought it would be a game changer, the exact reasons on why I sent it back, and the tool I ended up keeping instead. When I ordered my Pocket 3, my vision was crystal clear. Use it as a B camera alongside my Sony a6700, which is the camera I'm shooting this with, get hard to reach angles without extra rigs, have solid stabilization out of the box, and finally, a quick plug-and-play camera with full manual controls. I run multiple channels on the internet and client accounts, so efficiency is everything. Like many of us, I binge-watched reviews, and every creator I trusted made it look like it was the missing piece. So of course I convinced myself, yes, I needed to. And honestly, at first it delivered, but then reality set in. First, let's give credit where credit's due. Stabilization is absolutely incredible. It's basically a drone camera on a gimbal. Every shot felt like butter. I didn't have to stress about shaky footage or spend time fixing it in post. That's huge. When talking about portability, without the tripod grip or battery, this thing slips into your bag or pocket, literally. So for travel or vlogging, it's a dream. And regarding the creator combo accessories, the wide-angle lens, the mic, and the tripod grip made it feel like a full ecosystem. And the mic especially plugged in and worked instantly. Compared to my Sony setup, where syncing mics sometimes fails mid-shoot because I actually forget to connect it, the Pocket 3 was refreshingly reliable. So yes, the hype wasn't fake, but then I hit walls I hadn't heard before, and one flaw particularly made it feel like it wasn't for me. So let's talk about the frustrations. Here's where the dream cracked. And let's start with stabilization's hidden flaw. It is great until you want to lock, tilt, and pan at the same time. Suddenly you're stuck holding your joystick the entire time. This is technically fixable with a firmware update, but DJI hasn't shown signs of caring. I think because this functionality overlaps too much with their action camera. On the other hand, looking at portability, this is where actually portability turns into fragility. Its size, it's both its strengths and weaknesses. I worried constantly about dropping it. That's just what it boils down to. The included case added bulk, which killed the whole pocket promise, and the wrist wrap helped, but it actually got in the way when I wanted to do stuff like mounting it on my Sony, or pretty much every time I actually wasn't strapping it to my wrist. Additionally, we have a wide-angle lens problem. And I'm not even talking about the adapter that you can use with magnets on the camera. I'm talking about the actual lens in the camera. The built-in lens was already too wide for close-ups. I shoot talking heads like this ones and product shots every once in a while, and the distortion made the footage less than ideal. So the field of view wasn't really for me. And on the other hand, we have workflow chaos. Owning it really didn't simplify things. It actually complicated them. It's another device, it's another mic, another grip, another charger, another micro SD card. It just adds a lot. And yes, the micro SD switch from my usual SD workflow felt like too much. Imagine being in a cafe, ready to edit, only to realize you forgot your micro SD dongle. That was me, sitting there, staring at my laptop like it had betrayed me. Nothing screams professional content creator like losing a $20 dongle. Individually, all of these annoyances were small, but stacked together they slowed me down more than they helped. So let's talk about the breaking point, because there's a twist that changed everything. I realized that my Pocket 3 wasn't really competing with my Sony camera, it was competing with something I already had in my pocket, my iPhone. And it's not even one of the latest iPhones, it's an iPhone 14 Pro, which at this point is almost 3 years old. But it is compact, it is always with me, it is less fragile, it already has a few dents because sometimes I use it without a case, but still works. It has multiple lenses, and it works seamlessly with my DJI mic as well, provided that I use the receiver. But the kicker is that it didn't add friction to my workflow. No extra memory cards, no extra batteries, no weird cases. Just shoot, airdrop, edit, done. Once I realized that, the Osmo Pocket 3 didn't really make much sense anymore for me. And here's the bigger lesson. This isn't really about the Osmo Pocket 3 being bad. It's about workflow fit. As creatives, especially if we're not full-time doing this, every step matters. Gear should free up creativity and not bury it under accessories and dongles. If setups take longer than filming, the tool maybe it's not helping as much. It's slowing you down. So this is how my current setup works at the moment. I have the Sony a6700 for intentional shoots and dedicated video and photo work, my iPhone for everyday content, quick edits and versatility, and my Ricoh GR3 for travel and lightweight setups. By the way, the Ricoh GR4 is just around the corner, so I made a video comparing its announced specs with the GR3 to see if we're finally getting the fixes that we've been asking for. You can check it in the video right here. So that's my setup for now. Cleaner, simpler, just less overload. But what does that mean for you? And what is my recommendation? Well, first let me tell you, I'm not writing off the Osmo line. If the DJI fixes the durability issues, addresses workflow pain points, and maybe tweak lens options, the Pocket 3 could be incredible. Or maybe even the DJI Action line, which solves fragility, convenience, and frees us from automatic tilting and panning, could be a better fit. Either way, I'll be testing what comes next. So here's my bottom line. The Osmo Pocket 3 is an amazing tool for the right job. If your workflow thrives on a tiny, stabilized camera and you don't mind juggling accessories, it's solid. But if you're already juggling work, life, and side projects, then the friction might overweigh the benefits, like it did for me. If you're still considering it, weigh the pros and cons against your setup. Don't just trust the reviews that sold me on it. Hit like if this saved you from an impulse buy, and subscribe if you want honest gear talk without the fluff, and I'll see you in the next one.